everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Tonight, and yes I say tonight because it is nut time, I am going to show you a little bit about what I do for skincare. So if you're interested in seeing, keep watching. Woo. So here we are, the night is coming to an end, and it is time for me to take all this off. I have had a lot of you ask me what I use on my skin, what I use to take my makeup off, what kind of skincare treatments I do. And so I thought, you know what I'll do is just start a new little series here, because I have several different skincare regimens that I do, if you will. My skin becomes very accustomed to products, and they start to kind of lose their how effective they are, basically. The simple of it. And so I don't switch up my makeup removal routine that much unless I come across new products that I absolutely love. But I do switch up my skincare products. And so tonight I'm going to show you my main skincare of what I do pretty much, several nights out of the week. This has been my longest lasting skincare routine you'll see tonight. And then as I continue along in the series, I'll show you other products that I've used, that I've added in, and that I change. And whenever I do, like, let's call this night A, I will always use the same products. And then night B, I have a group of products I use, and I always use them together. Because I test, even though you guys see me do a makeup for the most part, skincare is a real passion of mine, and I spend a lot of time testing different skincare. So, and as an example, tonight, one thing I thought I'd bring you along for the fun after I get all of my makeup removal done, and before we start skincare, I thought I'd show you this. This is a new product to me. I've never tried it. You're going to see me do this for the first time. And this is Dr. Dennis Gross. I've purchased several of his skincare products, and so far I've been highly impressed. This is the Hyaluronic Marine Hydrating Modeling Mask. And all these products, if you're interested in any of them, I will put links for all down below. I actually purchased this particular one on QVC because you get a much better deal when QVC has this going, because you actually get 2 packages of 4 treatments as opposed to just the 4 I believe are available at Sephora. So let's get started. Okay, first off, I'm going to switch hair bands because this one just does not. I have extremely heavy hair, and by the way, I have received requests too on my hair care, and if you guys are still interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely get something going on that. Okay, there we go. You're a little closer now. Anyways, what I start with every night, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this, but I personally love this. Now, this is just a little guy because I got a couple deluxe samples, and I don't know, one of my Sephora orders is Point Perks, and that's actually what got me hooked on this product. This is Too Faced, and this is their Mascara Melt Off. And, well, you're not going to be able to see anything. It's just basically an oil, and you can see come on, focus. You can see the wand there. Doesn't have, any bristles or anything. So what I do, and I have loads of mascara on today, so I coat them top and bottom. Now, the reason I like using this product is because I find that when I just go straight in with makeup remover, I find that I lose a lot of lashes. And since I'm paying a hell of a lot of money for Latisse, I'm really not interested in losing the lashes that I'm paying money to grow. You know what I mean? So, and yes, I've promised you guys I would do a review on Latisse, and that will be coming up very soon. Looks like it's time to, this one's just about gone. But what I really like about this product is that as opposed to having to go, you know, obviously this is not going to take your mascara off. I mean, it's just not the way the product's designed. And I've heard people complain about that, saying, well, what's the use of using that when you then have to turn around and go in with a makeup remover anyways? And I'll tell you, the use, in my opinion, is that this does the job that a whole lot of scrubbing normally would do. And the more you are scrubbing on your eyelashes, especially if you have very delicate eyelashes, the more chance they're gonna fall out or get pulled out or get broken. And I find that this product works incredible for what it's designed for, and that is to break up the mascara, plain and simple. So I just coat my lashes top and bottom with this, and I let it sit on my lashes while I get started on the next step of my makeup removal. So just let me get these all coated and we'll move on. Okay, normally it doesn't take me that long to put it on, but like I said, that one's just about out. Next step. Now this, you know, I'm almost out of everything. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Makeup 3-in-1 Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. What a name. There she go. And it is exactly like it says. And you can see, well, I don't know if you guys can see with the look at that, I am almost all the way down to the bottom. Now, one thing I will tell you about this is this removes makeup really good, as you're going to see, but I would highly advise to keep this away from your eyes. I use this on the top of my eyes, but originally I was using this to actually go in and really break up my mascara. I still can if I'm really careful and like I don't rub, more if I just kind of go down over my lashes. But if I rub my actual lashes and rub this into my eyes, this puts a film over my eyes that makes it almost impossible to see for quite a while, and it's not a pleasant experience. So, like I said, I would just, you know, if you choose to use this product, I would just keep it away from here, you know, where your eyes open at. It's the best way I can say it. But it really, I really like it because, you know, I've tried several cleansing balms like this, and, you know, I like using these as opposed to just a regular makeup wipe, and the reason why is because it's not as drying on my skin. You know, when you get skin that's my age, you know, using just a, I mean, I still use makeup wipes, don't get me wrong, but this is just, you know, I'm not, with a makeup wipe, I really have to pull and tug against my skin, and I don't want to do that. I mean, you can see, hopefully I don't get it everywhere, but hopefully you can see that, look at that. I mean, that just melted my makeup right off my face, and all I'm doing is just moving my fingers around with very light pressure. And I don't want to use products that I have to really put a lot of pressure on my skin. Now I'm going to get in and dig into my eyebrows here, just so I can get all that product out from in the hairs, but that's about the most pressure you'll find me putting on my skin unless I'm exfoliating. Now with my eyes here, you can see my eye makeup. What I do is I just real lightly go over my eyelid here, basically just coating it and rubbing lightly, just so that it helps break up the eyeshadow there. But I'm not going to actually rub this into my eyes. You know, it might not bother some people, but holy hell, does it bother me. I mean, it affects, you know, if I get this actually in my eyes, I'll be having vision issues for quite a while. And it's not real pleasant. Okay, here we go to the messy part, the lips. Oh yeah, that's nice. Look at that. I got built-in blush. But I mean, look at that. See how easy that's taking my makeup off? And there's no scrubbing. So you're not tugging on your skin. And I'm telling you, no matter what age you are, you know, if you're young, start now. Don't tug on your skin. Find products that allow you, you know, that get the job done without you having to put a lot of pressure pulling on your skin. Why my skin you know, not bragging about myself, just stating, just stating the obvious. You know, for my age, my skin is in fairly nice condition. And it's because I don't do a lot of tugging on it. I take care of it and I stay the hell out of the sun. Okay, the next step I do, I just buy these little guys. These are by Beauty 360. They're like this. They're called premium cotton ovals with 2 textured sides. And I use these before I go any further because I like to get a bulk of this off my face. And they do have 2 sides. One is smooth and one's kind of furry. I don't know if you can see that here, but I'm going to use the smooth side because I don't want like fur all over my face. Trust me, I tried using the furry side and it was not pretty. And I'm just going to go through and wipe a majority. And you can see, look at that. Oh, this just works so lovely. And I'm not rubbing hard. I'm just basically wiping over my face with very gentle pressure. And hopefully you can see the difference there, just removing. Obviously it's still got the product on it, but you can see how much makeup this is removed. I mean, look at that. This really is, I'm going to go to a new one because that's nasty. This makeup remover by It Cosmetics really is nice. And what I like about it, besides the fact that I don't have to scrub on my face to get it to work, is that it leaves my skin feeling, hydrated. I don't, a lot of makeup removers that I've tried, oops, I used the wrong side. See, that's what happens when I don't pay attention. I knew it felt wrong, but I did it anyways, and now I have furries all over my face. Oh, good Lord. Anyways, a lot of makeup removers that I've tried, they leave my skin feeling so parched, as if they've literally stolen every bit of moisture out of my face. And this particular product by It Cosmetics, it does not do that, and it works good. I mean, obviously I'm going to get to my eye makeup here in a minute, but you can see on my skin how much it's taken off. And all I've done is gone over it, with a pad just to get the rest of the bulk of the product off. And now usually I use these little guys right here. These are called Shiseido Facial Cotton, and these are really nice. These are just little cotton squares. They're very soft, real nice. They are bleached, clearly, because they're pure white. Amazon has basically a copy of this. I think these are $9.99 for a bag at Sephora. And how many do you get in here? You get 165 sheets. And Amazon has the same thing. Let me grab it and I'll show you. Okay, here's the Amazon copy ones. And I think you get 250 in here. The only difference is, one, I think these are natural cotton. I don't think they're bleached. And they're just as soft, and they work just as well. Well, I shouldn't say they're just as soft. The Shiseido ones are a little softer than these. They feel a little more luxurious. But these you can get for like $4.99 a bag. So if $9.99, and you get almost double. So, okay, next, just to tell you that, I'm going to move on to Bioderma. I am comparing, I'm doing a long test, like full bottle to bottle test, comparing the Garnier version to the Bioderma. And right now, I've already gone through a full bottle of the Garnier, and now I got the Bioderma. So now I'm going to, with the same cotton, I like these because they're really large. When I get to my eyes, a lot of times I'll switch to the Shiseido ones, but for my face I really like these. Now the Bioderma, this really is an incredible cleanser. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This is really a good cleanser. And I got the pink capped one, and mine, I really like this because it has a pump on it, so I don't have to open it constantly. I can just push the cotton swab down on it, get the product, and go to work. So this is my second step. And now, very carefully, now I'll tell you, if you ever get a chance to try this Too Faced Melt Off, I would highly recommend you try it. Like if Sephora gets a point perk or something, because as an example, what I should have done is I should have left one eye without it on so you could see. I mean, there we go. Look at that. It's pretty much all off. And I had on waterproof mascara. Now, if I didn't put that mascara melt off on first, I mean, it's pretty much all gone. You know, I'll go in to just make sure it's absolutely perfect here just because I'll be doing my eyelash treatment tonight. But I guarantee you, had I not used the mascara melt off first, I'd be scrubbing a lot longer, Bioderma or not. I mean, this just, watch how, and you can see the pressure I'm putting on. Hardly any. And it just, look at that, already. It makes a huge difference. So if you're somebody, like I said, that, you know, for one thing, you just don't want to be tugging on your eye area a lot. And number two, you know, if you've got fragile lashes or you're trying to grow your lashes, you know, you don't want to be tugging on them a lot because it just pulls the damn things out. And to get the last little bit of it, I just always rub right up from underneath, and you'll be able to see some of it comes up on my eyelid here. I swear by that product. You know, I've watched reviews on it, and I've heard people complain about it and say, you know, I mean, obviously different strokes for different folks, but I've heard people say, well, what's the use of it if you still have to go in with a makeup cleansing wipe? And that's the use of it, is that, you know, I mean, you saw how easily that came off, and trust me, even using the Bioderma, which is incredible, it would not have come off that easily had I not had that on. I would have had to put some scrub into that waterproof mascara. Now, I'm just going to go over my face with a clean washcloth and cold water. I only use cold water unless I want to intentionally open up my pores. You know, if I'm doing a deep cleansing, then I'll use a warmer water to open up so that my pores open up. Or if I've got, you know, a lot of dirt and stuff like that, but I'm not going to bother with that tonight. Okay, now my next step, now that we've got all the makeup off and cleansed, now I'm going to move on to something that is very controversial for some people, but it works for me, and that is, I'm going to shave my face and I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, first off, I use these. They're called Twinkle Eyebrow Razor Stainless Blade. I get these on Amazon. This is a pack of 36. As you can see in here, I've used quite a few of them because, you know, I don't use the same one over and over and over because you want to have a sterile blade. You ever cut your face by accident, which has happened, you certainly don't want dirty blades. And they look like this. Now, the only downfall to these blades that I'll tell you about is they're not the smoothest blades in the world. I mean, I'll be honest. That whole pack of 36, you know, they're cheap though. And again, I'll put the links down below. But if you do use these, let me get scissors. If you do decide to use these blades, I highly, highly suggest that, let me show you if you can look right up close. Right here on the end, there's this little plastic nib. Can you see that little plastic nib there? I'll put it on a dark background. Right at the very end of the blade, there's a little plastic nib that hangs out. So see what it looks like now? Now what I do is I take my scissors and I'm going to cut off that whole end. And now I'll show you what it looks like. See how I cut that off right there? That little sharp overhang isn't there anymore. Let me just show you, so in case you can't see, I'll show you on another blade. Before and after, because trust me, I've done this, and if you guys do this, I don't want you to have the same mistake. Now you can see the pink one here, I've cut the end off, the yellow one I haven't. And do you see that little plastic overhang there? If you use these, I highly suggest you cut off the end of that little plastic there. And the reason why is because when you go to take this down your face, that little plastic piece that overhangs there will actually dig into your skin as sharp, if not sharper, than the blade itself. And I cannot count the number of times that I've been shaving my face when that little thing was on there and then I've got a line of blood. I mean, it draws blood. I don't know why the hell, that is a serious manufacturing defect. But anyway, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to moisten my face. This is just what I do. You know, everybody's got their own thing. I use a cleanser when I do this. This particular one is, I believe, Unani. It's Illuminate Milk Cleanser. You can use, you know, I use any cleanser basically. This is just one I'm using right now. And basically it's just a cream, anything that's a cream cleanser I use. And I'm going to take this, I love the smell of this. I'm going to take this and rub it all over my face, almost as if it's shaving cream. And that's basically the reason I like using a cream cleanser to do this as opposed to like soap or shaving cream or whatever, is because the cleansers have a slick, you know, they have slickness in them. You know, with the ingredients, the properties in them, they have a slick texture to them. So when I'm, you know, taking the blade along my skin, as opposed to like shaving cream and stuff like that, I don't get abrasion when I use a cleanser, and I also don't get breakout. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull all my hair back, and I'm going to start here at the top with the blade at an angle, and I'm just going to go in small strokes down on my forehead. Now, and I'm rinsing my blade off constantly in clean water. Now, a lot of people might say, well, why the hell do you do this? And I'll tell you why. It makes a huge difference in makeup application. Not only does it make a huge difference in makeup application, but I like the way my skin feels. So much better. Now, I don't do my eyebrows with these. I do get the center portion just right here above my nose. I tweeze it as well, but I have a lot of hair that grows right there. So I just go ahead and get it here, but I don't get like right up to my brows, because my brows I handle with tweezers, not with razors. But anyways, I just really like, I mean, literally after you shave your face and you feel your skin, it'll feel so soft. You wouldn't think that hair on your face would make that much difference, but it really does. Okay, now as I get down here, I'm going to start my hairline and move out very gently and small strokes, and I am not pressing this blade into my skin. And I can hear it's going, I mean, I can actually hear it taking the little hairs. Now I go around my under eye area, but I don't want to actually hit my under eye area. Okay, and now on to the other side. And occasionally, if my cleanser dries out, I just take a little drop of water on my finger and move it around and mix it with, and it'll wets it right up again. Now, after I've done the first time, what I'm going to do is put a little water on my fingers and rub over my face. And you know, kind of like when you shave your legs afterwards, you can rub and feel if you have, you know, prickly hair standing. That's what I'm feeling for. Now see, when I rub backwards here, I can feel some abrasion. Here I can feel it up here, not down here. Here I can feel it all over my cheek. So if I feel that, I go back with a little more cleanser. And again, I don't need to do my forehead again, just my lower face here. And this can have, you know, I mean, if you use, you know, maybe a real sharp blade or something, maybe you'd only have to go over it once. But like I said, I'm just very, very carefully ghosting over my skin with this. Now, instead of going sideways, I'm going to go down. I never go against my hair. Ever. That is a good way to end up irritating the hell out of your skin, and, you know, you'll end up with plugged pores as the hairs try to grow in, and oh no. Okay, so now that I've done it the second time, same thing, I'm wetting my fingers a little bit and just rubbing over my skin. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, I feel a little tiny bit down there. I have a scar that goes along underneath my chin here, so I usually end up having to pluck those hairs that grow near the scar because they're a lot more abrasive. Okay, now these blades, I'll clean them with alcohol, and I'll usually use them twice, maybe 3 times at most, and that's it. I mean, they're disposable, and they're certainly inexpensive enough. Now, clean water, oh, that feels so good. And the other thing, too, about using, doing this, not only does it get all the hair off your face, so your skin feels literally, it just feels so smooth. My actual texture of my skin looks different. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but like if I were to apply makeup right now, you would see not only an enormous difference in the way my makeup looks and the way it lays on my face, but even when I put my skincare on, you'll probably see a difference in my skin. It makes that much of a difference. It's just, think about it. Anything that has texture to it is going to show up, and your hairs on your face have texture. They add texture to your face. Now, a lot of people, there's a myth out there that if you shave your face that the hairs are going to grow back twice as hard, twice as thick. It is exactly that. It's a myth. The reason why a lot of people think that is because when your hair, think about it, when your hair grows naturally, it grows to a tapered end. It doesn't come out with a blunt end. So it has the hair shaft, if you will, starts out thicker and goes down to a point. All your hair is like that. Well, when you cut it, here I'm taking this razor and going along and cutting that hair off. I'm cutting off that tapered end, and what is growing out is a blunt end, because obviously it's new hair and it can't form a tapered end. It's not brand new, first growth hair that comes out with a tapered end. It's new regrowth hair. So it's kind of like if you take it and go, what comes out is going to have that flat end on it. And because it has that flat end to the hair, it feels thicker, and it can look thicker just because the hair doesn't go, those fine hairs don't go down to a taper, they're blunt. So that's the reason. It does not increase, shaving your face is not going to increase the growth of hair in your face. I assure you, I've been doing it for years and it's never happened. Okay, and the other thing I like about shaving my face is it works to exfoliate it. You're taking off basically the top layer of skin. Okay, so now we've got the cleaning done, we've got the shaving done. My next step would normally be to move into toner and skincare, but since we're not doing that and we're doing this will be my next step.